confusion. I will just erase this. So it should be 1 decijoule equal to 10 raised to negative 1 of joule. Is it correct po? Can you please check? You can correct me naman if I am wrong. Yes, Mr. Kizana. Yun, nakita ko. Mr. Kizana?
0.00876 joules po.
Okay. So we have 0.00876 joule. Okay. So it should be 10 raised to negative 1 of joule over 1 decijoule. Okay. Or again, you can just convert your deci to its equivalent power of 10, and that makes it joule, and then calculate it using your calculator. So the answer is just like this one. Okay. So it is up to you whether you will use this process or just convert that symbol, deci, into its equivalent power of 10. Okay? Okay. So let's have letter B. Okay. So for letter B, we need to convert 85.2 newtons to its equivalent deci newton. Okay. So anyone, can you please solve letter B? What's your answer?
852 po.
Sino pong sumagot? Can you please raise your hand? Yes, Mr. Denmark.
852 po.
852. So how did you get 852? I'm so sorry. Sorry po. So paano po nakuha yung 852? Yes po, Mr. Robles. Yes po, Mr. Robles. Parang wala pong sound, wala pong audio. Sige nga po, Mr. Arconada.
Ma'am, bali po 85.2 multiply lang po sa 10 raised to negative 1.
So 85.2 multiply by?
Multiply
daw
po
pong ginawa?
by 10 raised to negative 1.
Multiply by 10 raised to negative 1. Ano po makuha mo doon? 852? Tama po ba yun?
8.52 po.
8.52. So kindly check nga po. Kasi po what we're looking here naman is deci newton.
Ma'am, pag tinimes po yung 85.2 sa 1/10⁻⁻1 po, yun po lalabas, 852 po.
Ayun, okay po, si Denmark. Ayan, so yun po yung ginawa. Ano po, so what we'll be doing is we will multiply 85.2 newtons to 1 desinewton over 10 raised to negative 1 newton. Okay? Because that's the conversion. Ano po, 1 desinewton is equivalent to 10 raised to negative 1 newton. Okay? So, cancelled newton. So, meaning 85.2 being divided to 10 raised to negative 1 is 852. Okay? So, don't be confused with regards to the conversion of units. Okay? So, lastly, we have letter C. So, any questions? Any questions? For letter C, we have here 43.1 kilohertz equal to how many hertz? So again, you can just convert that kilo to its equivalent power of 10, where we have 43.1. Kilo is 10 raised to positive 3. Now that's hertz. And then by calculating 43.1 times 10 raised to positive 3, that makes 43,100 hertz. Do we have the same answer for
Yes.
letter C? Okay. Okay, again, just memorize the prefixes, its equivalent power of 10, and then its equivalent symbols. Okay? All clear for the application of prefixes? Okay. So let us proceed to charge. So just what I've said a while ago, charge is the property of matter where we have positive and negative charges. Okay, so it's a property of matter that causes it to experience a force in an electric field. Again, it can be positive or negative, protons being the positive charge carrier and electrons being the negative charge carrier. So just remember this conversion where we have 1 coulomb equivalent to 6.24 times 10 raised to positive 18 electrons. Okay? So for us to determine the charge, okay, it is just the product of current and time. Make sure that your current must be in ampere and your time in second. So these are the standard unit for current and time because ampere second that is equivalent to coulomb. Okay, it is not said here that ampere and minute is equivalent to coulomb. Ampere hour is coulomb. Ampere day is coulomb. No, it should be ampere second. So if ever you will be encountering problems related to charge, you must determine whether your time is in its standard unit of measure, meaning the time must be in second. If it is in minute, days, or years, etc., it should be converted into second. Okay? Because again, it is stated here that coulomb is equivalent to ampere multiplied by second. Okay? So aside from this conversion, also note this conversion of electron to coulomb. that one electron is equivalent to negative 1.602 times 10 raised to negative 19 coulomb. So that's how much charge an electron has. Okay. So they do have the same value but differ in polarity or sign convention. Since electron is negatively charged, therefore this is negative. Proton is positively charged. This is positive. Okay? So let's have an example for that topic, charge. Okay? If a current of 5 amperes flows for 2 minutes, find the quantity of electricity transferred. If a current of 5 amperes flows for 2 minutes, find the quantity of electricity transferred. Okay, so whenever you are encountering this kind of problem, please make sure to solve it using using the complete process. Meaning, identify first what's given, determine what is required or unknown, and then proceed to the solution. Okay, so that's how you should present your solution for circuits 1. Okay po. So again, determine the given parameters. So what are the given parameters? We have here a current of 5 amperes. So we have here I is equal to 5 amperes. Flows for 2 minutes. Therefore, we have time equal to 2 minutes. Now, what is unknown or what is the required for us to find the quantity of electricity transferred? What is this? That's the another term we use to describe charge. Okay, so the unknown is Q. Now, solution. How can we find charge Q? We can find charge by the product of current and time. Okay, so Q is equal to I times T. Okay, analyze your given parameters. Are they all in their standard unit of measure? No. Okay, so hindi po. Okay, what we're going to do is to convert the time into seconds. Okay, so meaning T is equal to 2 minutes times 1 minute is equivalent to 60 seconds. Cancel minute. Therefore, we have 120 seconds. Now we can determine our charge Q by substituting the given values, 5 ampere and then 120 seconds. And that is equivalent to how many charge? How much charge do we have here?
600 po.
600. What's the unit? Miss Darlene? What will be the unit for that 600? What's the unit of charge? Yes, Mr. John Matthew?
C po.
What's C? What is C?
Coulomb.
Coulomb. Very good. Okay, so we have here 600 coulomb. Okay, and then box your final answer. So as simple as that. Okay, so can you follow problem 1? Okay po. So again, determine the given parameter, know the required, and proceed to the solution. After getting your final answer, box it. Okay, so again, that's how you will present your solution for circuits 1. Okay po. And then kindly try sample problem 3. Okay, Mr. Kizana, what's your answer for problem 3?
0.5 seconds po.
So how did you get 0.5?
At first po kukunin po yung given, which is the charge will be 50 coulomb, and then the current po. Then yung record po is that then ang formula po ng is current divided by coulomb po. Then
Okay.
10 ampere divided by 50 coulomb will be 0.5 seconds po.
Okay. So again, what's your answer? What's your final answer?
0.5 seconds po.
0.5 seconds. Okay. So for the sake of others, ano po? So let's present the solution for problem number 3. So just like what Mr. Kisana said, ano po, that the given parameters here, so the given parameters are current, which is 10 amperes. We have charge, Q, of 50 coulombs. Okay. You are required to find time, T. Okay. So, solution, how can you find time T? So, what do we have? The formula that we have here is for Q, right? For Q, where we have IT, okay? But we are looking for time, T. So you can divide both sides by the current I so that the current here will be cancelled out. Therefore, you will have your, oh my God, you will have your formula for time equal to charge over the current I. Or you can use the triangular method where we have Q, IT, okay, and then cover that time T, right? And then you will have Q over I. Okay, if you can't derive it by this method, okay, you may use the triangular method. Okay, so by checking, your current and charge are in their standard unit of measure. Therefore, you can just substitute it here where charge is 50 coulomb and then may nabubuksang iba. And then current is 10 amperes. Am I correct? Therefore, your time must be 50 over 10, that is 5 seconds. So, it should be 5 seconds. Ano po? So, check po the derivation of your formula. Okay? Nakuha naman po, Mr. Kizana. Ano po? So, instead of 0.5, it should be 5. Ayan. So, but then again, thanks for trying. Ano po? So, try lang tayo ng try. Okay? Again, you can derive that by the formula na meron tayo, which is Q is equal to IT. or use the triangular method para mas makita nyo kung ano ba talaga yung formula na pwede kong gamitin for time. Kasi nga, yung formula lang na meron tayo ay Q is equal to IT. Okay? Just like what I have said, yung formula natin is we just ano yun? Iniikot-ikot lang. We're just rotating the formula. Okay po. So, I think that's it po muna for today. So, it's already 10. Okay, we just have an hour lamang for today. So, we will continue our discussion tomorrow. Okay, so, clear naman po yung discussion today. Do you have questions or concerns with regards to what we have discussed? Wala naman po. Okay po. So that's it po muna for today. So thank you for participating here in our discussion, and then we'll see you tomorrow. Okay? So thank you everyone. Salamat po.
Thank you po.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hindi po, ma'am.